Imagine buying a stock today at Kenya shillings 90 or 91 and getting paid 105 in cash in just a few weeks later. That's approximately 16 to 17% return on your investment in just about 2 months. That is quite good and quite attractive. That is an opportunity that currently exists in Nairobi Security Exchange. I don't know whether you investors are aware of that. It's currently existing. And especially if you are a capital gainer, you want to get profit, buying a share low and selling high. As you are all aware, or some of you may not be aware, Nedbank is buying NCBA. And the offer letters were opened last week on Friday, that is on 28th May. For those people who hold NCBA shares, they have already started receiving the SMSs and the emails telling them to accept the offer. It opened on 28th May, that is last week Friday, and it's closing on 10th July 2026. This one I call it as an opportunity because if you buy NCBA today, it was trading between 88.5 to around 90. If you come here and buy NCBA, assume today you come and bought 1,000 of them. Today, say when you bought them at 89, then buy. So it's like you are buying 1,000 shares of NCBA at 91 because it's at 90.88, which is approximately 91 bob. So after few weeks, early August or mid-August, you'll be receiving, you bought them at 91, each year you will be bought at 105. So you are making a profit of 14 bob. That is good. But, however, there is a but. You bought 1,000 shares. You cannot sell all of them to Nedbank. Nedbank is only taking 66%. So, you'll be able to sell your 660 shares to Nedbank at 105. And you bought them at 91. Isn't that not an opportunity? That is an opportunity which is here. So, if you are NCBA investor, this is an opportunity for you to participate. If you are not an NCBA investor currently, the offer are closing on 10th July. As early as tomorrow, you can come and buy your NCBA shares. Wait for 2 to 3 working days for them to hit your CDS account. Then after that, the custody and registrar corporation, now here that is the registrar that is dealing with this NCBA, you'll get an SMS from custody and registrar for you to accept the offer. But if you really want to participate in this offer, if you don't get the SMS, you can call the custody and registrar to send you the offer letter so that you can tender your shares to Nedbank. And why am I calling it a very attractive deal or an opportunity? One, you are going to get that capital gain of 14 bob. Say even you bought this at 89. It will depend with your entry price here. Please, when you are making that purchase of NCBA, look at the entry price here. Is it attractive for you? This one is at 89. If you come here and buy them at 88, maybe that price will go to something, will go to around 90. You see? So play with your entry price so that you get a very good capital gain. Then, the other advantage of this, after the takeover, of course, Nedbank is a good bank based in South Africa. Even though you remain with the 34%, we foresee, or because of the backing of Nedbank, you might be surprised. Maybe I'm not saying that they'll move. These NCBA shares, that the ones you have remained with, they can move. Maybe they meet the offer price of 105 or even go beyond, because now it has that backing of a parent company that is very strong. Nedbank is very strong in South Africa. So it's for you to decide what you want. Honestly, if I owned NCBA shares, I would strongly consider tendering the 66% eligible under the offer to capture that capital gain or profit. And then continue holding the remaining shares, 34%, for potential future growth under Nedbank ownership. However, if your goal is to receive the full consideration of 105 per share of the 66%, the key threshold or the maximum amount of share that you are supposed to hold under the NCBA is 7,500. Today my broker has told me 7,000. So play with 7,000. However, if you hold more than that, part of the settlement will be given under cash, and the rest you'll get Nedbank shares. Thank you.